In early 2018, Star Wars Rebels' final episodes aired on Disney XD, delivering an overall strong conclusion to a series fans had learned to love, as well as a fair few memorable moments. While the emotional sacrifice by Kanan Jarrus easily grabs the top spot on that list, it's not what this video is about. Instead, I want to analyze the episode, or rather episodes, that introduced a relevant phenomenon that would change Star Wars forever. And it all begins with a couple of wolves and a door.
Gateway!
Go!
Stop him!
With the help of the Mortis gods and the Force, Ezra Bridger discovers a whole new world, like Palpatine puts it.
A conduit between the living and the dead.
A mysterious, hidden part of the galaxy beyond space and time. A world between worlds. Suddenly, the Star Wars timeline wasn't a straight line anymore, rather something you could bend to your will depending on the story. At the time, I didn't reflect that much about the immense consequences of changing the chronology of stories. I rather thought it was a cool concept, listening to the iconic voices of Star Wars while also observing key events related to Ezra. But today I have learned that it isn't that simple. With the addition of this epic world, the possibilities are literally endless. The reunion of Ahsoka and Anakin is a prime example of just that. Characters that should not be able to interact with each other all of a sudden have that opportunity, and of course it's intriguing. I almost view it as an enhanced way of showcasing visions through the Force, like what Luke experienced in the cave on Dagobah, or Yoda's many tests in the final Clone Wars arc of Season 6.
An illusion this is. A falsehood.
Only that in this place between space and time, everything is apparently 100% real, making any sort of contact, any sort of connection have the possibility to shift the fate of the characters involved.
Ahsoka!
Ezra pulling Ahsoka out of her battle against Vader would go down as one of the most controversial moments in Star Wars history. From one perspective, it looked like the creator of Rebels, Dave Filoni, established this place for the sole reason of keeping his favorite character alive. And of course that detail were one of them, but it had a lot to do with Ezra as well, and him truly recognizing that Kanan were gone.
You don't understand what you're asking me to do.
Yes, I do. You can't save your master, and I can't save mine. I'm asking you to let go.
This is great character development and a powerful lesson for Ezra to learn. Yet the question is, did Filoni really have to create a totally revolutionizing place that changes the entire saga to tell this lesson? I think no, but somehow he had to, because otherwise Ahsoka wouldn't be alive. And that's how this writing decision highlights the complication of the world between worlds, time travel, and similar ideas. It showcases that there is so much more that could go wrong than right when telling these type of stories, because one misstep, one contradiction of what came before could erode the entire saga.
If I can change your fate, I can change his.
The word destiny is something that could be connected to this, that it was Ahsoka's destiny or fate to be rescued. And sure, why not? I can agree with that. But the problem is that there is no context to it, even 5 years after it happened, and that makes me wonder whether or not Filoni did it for a story reason or because he hadn't learned to let go of his favorite character.
It's more like what the wolf tells Ezra. It's more about knowledge. Knowledge that you can use for your benefit of good, or knowledge that will lead to destruction. That's what it's about. But it's not my intention that it be this ability to walk through into somebody else's world.
Ezra! Come on, get up! We're leaving!
It's pretty hard to ignore the mystery aspect of this and the many unanswered questions that comes along with the world between worlds, especially after the Ahsoka series. The Force works in mysterious ways, and it's an intriguing and critical part of Star Wars for sure. I mean, the entire saga circulates around the vague meaning of the Chosen One, the prophecy that would bring balance to the Force. What it actually stands for, who the Chosen One is supposed to be, and so on, is something that's still discussed to this day, indicating that Star Wars thrives in this mystery. The balance between unresolved questions and knowledge is very slim, and I feel like George Lucas managed to do this in a phenomenal way by not giving the audience too much nor too little.
Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings, so we, not this crude matter.
If we then connect it to the world between worlds, I would say that I like the magical aspect of this interesting place, but it still has to make some sort of sense in context to the rest of the galaxy, and so far Dave Filoni has kind of ignored the part of explaining it. Some people would call it lazy and even bad writing, but I wouldn't go that far just yet. After all, the story of Ahsoka and Rebels is far from finished, yet some sort of revelation and meaning for its existence would be very welcomed. I'm very interested to learn what you guys think about the world between worlds and how it has affected your Star Wars experience over the years. Put it in the comments section below. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you want to watch another one of my videos, why don't you click on this one? And once again, I hope you will have a phenomenal day.